Hello, welcome to my talk for this week. As you might see from the background, I'm still in the UK. It's been a good visit, and being able to see my parents has answered some of the questions I had. My mother is obviously very ill with dementia, but her carers say she's very strong and communicates well when she needs to. My dad has slowed down, but whilst I was out the other day visiting the care home, he cut the lawns. His major complaint is that he cannot do it all at once, but must take rests now. I'm sorry to hear that New Brunswick is struggling with COVID at present, and the loss of Thanksgiving must have been hard for many families. We begin our journey home tomorrow, and tests permitting, we'll fly from Heathrow on Friday. The time away has led me to reflect upon historical distance and God's purpose in the world. Not having been here for nearly 2 years, I can see the change in many people. The body seems to wear, and although we would like to do things we used to, it's more difficult. Today, between visits to the care home, Debbie and I walked up an extinct volcano called the Wrekin. As we huffed and puffed our way up, we met a group of elementary school kids on an educational visit. They were about 7 to 8 years old and were hopping and skipping their way along. We were happy to let them pass by, as it gave us a chance to rest and get our breath back. I was reminded that I did the same visit when I was their age. Towards the summit, there are the remains of a Bronze or Iron Age village. It's been abandoned since Roman times, and little is left except part of the ramparts. It's one of a chain of such settlements spread across the Shropshire Hills. The inhabitants of those buildings could not have imagined anything about the last 2,000 years of life, and their time on earth was probably quite short, yet signs of them remain. We are separated from the later inhabitants of that place by about the same number of years as we are from Jesus. He is remembered because of the huge impact his life and death made upon history. At the time when the Romans invaded Britain, Christianity was still gaining a foothold in people's lives. Over the next 300 years or so, it grew to become the official faith of the Roman Empire. There are many views about whether that was a good or bad thing, but the truth is, God used the empire as a vehicle for spreading the gospel. The Holy Spirit is able to take the things we create and use them in and for the purpose of God. Although the gospel is finding it hard to receive a hearing in the Western world at present, the purposes of God are still being worked out. So thank you for listening, and I trust that God will bless you and that you'll stay safe